Hey guys, I'm Eldiamond86 and welcome back to episode 6 of my CHIVAS career mode series that I have on FIFA22. As a recap, obviously we made it to the playoffs. We finished the regular season last episode, and yeah, we've got a playoff game against TIGRES. Going to be a monumental task considering that we are still playing on world class difficulty. We did manage to beat them quite comfortably in the league, but I've got a feeling that it's going to be a lot harder now that obviously Tigres have got actually something to play for. As you can see, I'm just going through my squad trying to give them all development plans. I idiotically realised that I'd given any of them plans for the whole season, so they could have all been a rating or two higher, but you know, I'm a bit incompetent. So I'm just going through that now. I'm using that as giving me some time to give you a recap of what's going on, what's happening at the moment. So yeah, this is pretty much the game that's going to see if we can get into the Liga or not. And yeah, I'm pretty nervous to be honest with you guys. Obviously, it's a difficult game to play against Tigres. We did beat them quite comfortably, like I said, but yeah, it's basically like a final, and you know, Tigres are always difficult to play against, and Gignac and all the rest of it. So yeah, so let's cut through the rest of this and then see you in the game, guys. Okay guys, so this is pretty much the starting lineup, pretty much the best team that we could field. The attack is quite highly rated, to be honest with you, 75, 76 rated, which is awesome, apart from Antuna, which is still at 72, which is quite disappointing. I was hoping he'd be 75 at least by now. Yeah, their team's pretty sick, to be fair. I mean, it's Tigres, isn't it? My only hope is that we can stick it out until the half time or so, and then you know, I think second half, their squad's quite aged, so you know, if we can make it to like the 70th minute or so, their squad should start tiring a lot harder than us anyway, and then hopefully we can take advantage of that and get a decent win. But yeah guys, let's just get straight into it and hopefully get an early goal, because obviously if we get an early goal, that settles our nerves. And yeah, right away, this is quite funny. Alexis Vega get the ball and then is immediately fouled in the first like 5 seconds, which is absolutely funny. Gives away a stupid yellow card right at the beginning of the game. I was actually laughing at that, it's quite funny. But yeah, let's get straight into it guys, because this is going to be a long and tough game, and one that you don't actually want to miss. This is actually one of the hardest games I've played in a long time, and quite one of the entertaining ones as well. I mean, I'm quite happy that I didn't record myself live, because by the end of it I was raging pretty hard. Yeah, world class difficulty is no joke. We're on a really good run here, but obviously that's world class difficulty right there. The heavy touch down the wing, that heavy touch was just typical world class difficulty. Still managed to get the ball, which I was a little bit surprised with, and then managed to get into the box, but yeah, the header or the shot target was just way off, unfortunately. But not a bad start guys. A yellow card and a shot in the first like 7 or so minutes is not bad at all. But yeah, Tigres are always dangerous on the counter, and as you can see here, they're just finding space, but luckily Coutinho was up for that one. Yeah, luckily Gignac, I think he did the foul. I'm not quite sure if he was offside, to be fair. Yeah, pretty intense stuff like it normally is with world class. Very difficult to stay on the ball against world class, and difficult to get the ball from them. The passes always seem to be a bit of a sluggy aspect to them, but yeah. A rare moment for that, just giving the ball away. Pretty much the whole of this first half is just giving the ball away, getting the ball, and then going forward, and then getting the ball taken off of you, and then getting the ball back. It's kind of end to end, a bit like a tennis game really. See there, sloppy pass, quite an easy tackle for us. But yeah, then a really bad touch, gets the ball taken from us again. So yeah, it was pretty much like this for pretty much the whole half, to be honest with you. So as you can see, guys, it's pretty much coming up towards half time. Again, we can see here, obviously a really good chance for Vega, and yeah, look at that. I mean, for me, I'm not moving my player because I'm actually in the middle of screaming. That was just, yeah, that should have been a goal. It should be 1-0 up straight before half time. Yeah, what can you say? That was just such a world-class thing. The shots are always off, the passing is always a little bit off, the touch is always a little bit off. You're almost playing against the opposition, but also the game is almost like alive, and it just decides, nope, you're not making that pass, nope, you're not making that shot, nope, you're not going to get the ball to that player, nope, you're not going to be able to select that particular player that you really need. It's just aggravating. Like, I was raging so hard. It was very hot at the moment, and it didn't help the fact that this game was just trying its best to absolutely irritate me. I'll try not to moan about it too much now because it's been a few hours since I played, but yeah, world-class difficulty is just no joke. It's not even like the players, the opposition's better than you, which it is, I guess. I'm not a good player by any means, but it's almost like it's just all the things that you can't control. You can't really control the direction of a pass, which just sounds stupid because you want a controller, but you make a pass and you never really know, on world class difficulty, you never really know where the pass is actually going to go. Here, I was spamming the B button trying to make a tackle, and I just couldn't get the ball off him. And it's like the game decides, like, nah, you're not going to make a tackle. And it's like, okay, now the game is absolutely bent on scoring a goal here and not letting me get out of my half. And yeah, it was just a bit annoying, and yeah, and there's more to come, let me just put it that way. What a ball, slipping in Antuna. And yeah, another thing I find as well is when you're running with the ball and you've got an opposition player, normally it's the goalkeeper, but it can be a defender, and you're running towards them with the intention that you're going to pass at the last minute, because you want them to run towards you so that the person that you pass to is going to be open. Well, they always take an extra touch. Your player will always take an extra touch, so you constantly just I mean, look at that, that's just world class difficulty all over. We're going to make a change here, I think, guys. My players, especially Guzman, was getting a bit tired. Yeah, so the world class is just really annoying, is what I'm trying to say. The heavy touches, yeah, and everything else, it was just getting really ridiculous. But we made a couple of changes there. A bit risky taking Vega off, but he was gassed. I figured, if it goes to penalties, I figured my sub will be able to take the penalty just as good as Vega would, and I couldn't see us scoring. Basically, by this point I'm thinking, okay, it's going to go to penalties, and I was kind of praying that there was no extra time because my players would have been absolute gas. But I was also thinking, okay, well, this is an old Tigres team. If we go to extra time, they're going to be either bringing their subs on. There's a reason why their subs are not their starting 11, or their players are going to be absolutely gassed. See there, that's what I'm talking about. I passed the ball. I pressed the pass button just before he ran into the player, so it looks like I'm just constantly running the ball into opposition, and that's what's infuriating. But it's not. I'm passing the ball. It's just, instead of passing it when I press the button, they always take an extra step or two. And by then it's too late. I mean, I've tried to stop doing it, but the temptation to draw the player towards you so that when you pass to the next person is going to be free because the player's come towards you. But yeah, it is what it is. And it's also a bit laggy as well, I'm noticing. I don't know whether it's going to be like that in the finished video, but yeah, it's a bit flickery. I'm not quite sure why, probably my connection, but yeah, that's enough moaning for me for now, guys. It's looking like it's going to be a 0-0 draw, and it's probably going to go to penalties, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, that was a bit of a terrible pass from me, I've got to admit. Some of it's my fault, like I make the wrong passes, I make the wrong decisions, especially when I'm running with the player towards goal. You get a split second to decide whether you're going to go for goal, or whether you're going to pass it, and how you're going to pass it, and who you're going to pass it to. And you have to do that in a split second, and I get it wrong as much as I get it right. Especially world class. World class has no mercy whatsoever, and it was getting to this point now where I knew that I was not going to get it out of my box. I'm just thinking, don't concede now, because if I conceded now, I probably would have broken my control or something. But no, guys, it is the end. It's going to be 0-0. So let's see what happens. Okay, guys, so I was kind of wrong. It is going to go extra time. I don't know why I thought it was going to go straight to penalties. Obviously, I have played this game, but it's just I played it a few hours ago now, and I'm quite tired, so that's my excuse. But yeah, we're going to go extra time. I was not feeling confident whatsoever. I just thought, okay, this is the perfect time where I'm going to concede late, and I'm not going to replay games either. I'm not going to lose the game and then just not show you the guys and then play it again. If I lose, I lose. I mean, I've got 2 seasons to basically get to a playoff final. So I figured, okay, if I get to the point where I get to the playoffs and we don't get through, it's not. I mean, it's disappointing because I've brought good players in, and I want to get to Ligia and see how we do. But at the same time, this is a CHIVAS squad that needs rebuilding still. Although saying that, my players now are quite highly rated. Even Araujo, who's stepped in at right back, has become my first choice right back. He's one of my best players as well. He's only 71 rated, I think, so there's still room for growth. But yeah, that's not who I was passing it to. I was passing it to Antuna, who's making a run down the wing, but it is what it is. World class difficulty decided, no, you're actually going to pass it to somebody that's not going to be able to get the ball. So, but yeah, that was the first half. Not really anything happened. The good thing about extra time is the time goes by really quickly. So let's get to the second half and hopefully get a late goal. Because if we can score now, pretty much we can see it out and not have to go to penalties. But you can see how gassed their players are. Mine aren't too good either, but their players are starting to get. That annoyed me as well. I mean, that pass should have gone through. I don't know why it didn't. It's just, yeah, I mean, I was just getting so annoyed. I'm thinking right here, oh no, they're going to score, but obviously he didn't even get on target, which is good. I think their energy levels started to show. This is my ballsy move. I took a bit of a risk. I thought, well, it's looking like it's going to be penalties. If we concede, Vega's not going to be able to do much anyway. He's gassed. He hasn't been able to score all game. Puerto at least has the energy levels, so maybe he can abuse the knackered defenders with his energy. But I figured, if it goes to penalties, Vega and Puerto with me controlling them, have got about as much good chances each other to score penalties. So it's a bit of a gamble. If we went 1-0 down, which we could do right here, luckily not. I thought, oh man, that's going to be a penalty, but it turned out to be a foul in my favour, which is good. But yeah, I'm thinking if we go 1-0 down, Huerta's going to have as much chance as Vega is to get us a goal this late in the game when Vega was gassed and Huerta wasn't. So that was my thinking. I think in real life, absolutely, Vega should not be subbed off for Huerta. But yeah, I'm thinking to myself, it's a bit of a risk, but I needed Huerta's energy levels. I just needed to abuse that, but we couldn't really do that, unfortunately. The TIGRES is just really compact, and yeah, so it looks like we are going to go to penalties, guys. This is pretty much the order. I'm not going to faff around with it too much. It is what it is. I thought about putting Efrain Alvarez and Antuna higher up, but I thought, nah, I mean, chances are it could get to them, and I need them back there just in case it gets to the knockout, the sudden death. So here's the penalties, guys. As you can see where I'm pointing. Bit dodgy. It's dodgy with penalties, but yeah, that was nicely taken. Griezmann netting it pretty sweetly. Can Godinho do anything? No, he's not going to be able to do anything with that. I did actually go right, just so you know, but obviously, yeah, that was unsavable. Huerta coming up, really good goal. Goalkeeper didn't move. I think the goalkeeper a bit of trash, to be honest with you. Again, I moved, but Godinho just decided not to move. I'm pretty much going the same way, the left hand side. Unless they wiggle, I kind of go to the left, to be honest. I don't know why. Depending on what foot they are, if they're right footed, then I normally go left. And what a miss that was. I actually thought at the time that you saved it onto the post, but I think you just hit the post. But this is Beltran now. Can Nena do the business? Okay, cut that out for some reason. Not quite sure why. He did actually score that, as you can see. Now can we win the game? And he missed it. We did it. He absolutely missed it. What a miss that was. But we are now into the Liga, to the quarterfinals of the Liga. Yeah, I was really happy with this game, to be honest with you. I mean, but at this point, well, I wasn't happy with the game. I was happy with this point because it was just a really stressful game. And to win it, and it went down to the bare bonus, to be honest with you. But that was a dreadful miss. Godinho had it covered and all. I went, I guess, the right way, and yeah, Godinho would have saved it even if it had been on target. Yeah, patting their players on the back. They gave us a good run, I guess. A bit surprising not to have Tigres in the Liga, but I will happily not have to play them again. So, yeah, really happy, guys. And let's just get to the menu and see who we will face in the quarterfinals of the Liga. Okay guys, so we're just going to advance a few days, get some training out the way, and see who we will face, because, and then we see it, Club Leon, difficult, especially in the quarterfinal stage. I could have quite happy if seen them in the semis or the final, if we reach that far. Let's get to the youth squad. Obviously I'm trying to get this guy a development plan to try and get him higher, because he's the only half decent player we've got in the youth system at the moment, which has been quite disappointing season so far in terms of that. But yeah guys, we are facing Club Leon in the quarterfinals of the Liga, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. I really appreciate it. Give a comment as well. Hopefully we'll get really far in the Liga, and then we'll do some transfers in the January transfer window. So thanks guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.